We understood in the last video of the dummy regression how to go about dummy regression of the categorical variable gender with the height. Height is the dependent variable. I want to predict the height of the uh, category, and the gender is a categorical when it is a non-numerical. How to do the regression? To do the regression, I have to convert the categorical variable gender into the numerical variable in term of binary coding. So I did a binary coding here. So female I put 0 and the male I have put here 1. So on that basis what I did, on that basis I did the regression here. So I frame the regression equation. So I if you to do the regression, what you have to do, just simply you have to go to the data, and the data you have to go to data analysis and go to the regression, and by going to the regression you can take this uh, y as the dependent is the height, and x is my independent variable is the code, and put the labeling, and we want to see the output wherever. So accordingly if you'll put OK, then you will get the output. So you'll get the output on that column. So once you get the output, if you'll put OK, then uh, once you put, let me put OK somewhere here. I have put, let me put OK somewhere here so that it will be gender code. You want to get the result wherever, like last time I got the result by putting here, then I'll put, so it is taking, so I got the output here. So I got the R square 0.3239, and the regression also 0.56. If I'll see, this is my intercept, this is the intercept, and this is the regression coefficient. By taking this intercept and the regression coefficient, let me take the predicted height. So predicted height is the predicted height one to make it constant to find out the predicted value for all others. So I got the predicted value for the rest of the data also. So for male I'm getting 67.17, and for the female I'm getting 63.0. So how I can calculate, if I'll take all the female data, the total height will be 315. For the male data, the total height will be 403, and the count, female are 5, male are 6, on an average I have. So the dummy regression, this equation is calculating on an average what is the predicted height for the female, and on an average what is the predicted height for the male. So on the basis of this, this is for the height we calculate. Similarly, you want to calculate, and we saw here, if I'll draw the graph, you can see for 67.17, this is for the male, and this value, these are for the female, which is 63. So if I'll draw a line, I'll be finding two straight line. For the female, this is the straight line. For the male, this will be the straight line predicted. Now similarly, I can calculate for the weight also. The same way I can go about, and you can try with the this data set, and the result of this data set, the total height and the average height and the summary output of this data are given. You can try with this of your one. So now let us do the dummy regression when there are two data set. I want to predict height, but on the basis of the weight and gender. On the basis of the weight and gender, I want to predict height. So how to do dummy regression in this case? So let me uh, delete this, so that let me redo to for this the data regression. The independent variable is the height, the dependent variable is my the the dependent variable is the height, the independent variable are the weight and gender, and I want to see the then if I'll put I'll get the output. So can you see this is the predicted height will be the intercept is, let me put the intercept. So intercept is 62, then the the regression coefficient for the weight is this, and the regression coefficient for the gender code is this. So this is the way I can predict. I can predict for the. So now let me put dollar symbol. If I'll not put dollar symbol, so the height, this regression coefficient and intercept will not remain fixed. So I can see now. I can see now the predicted height. The predicted height of the male and female on the basis of the weight. So what this equation is talking about, the equation is, can you see, let me enlarge it. So let us see the equation. So equation we got 0.00, can you see this is the uh, height 62.68. So the height 62.68, this equation 60, the intercept I missed 62.68. So 62.683 plus, so what it is telling, keeping, if I'll change height by 1 unit, the weight will change by 0.00163. So, and the gender, if I'll change gender by 1 unit, means the male to female. So on an average, the difference between these two averages will be 4.2051, keeping weight constant. So keeping gender constant, if I'll change weight, so the height will change by this. Keeping height constant, weight constant, if I'll change gender, the difference with the average difference between the two category will be 4 point. So in the first case also, so the if you look into here, the gender regression coefficient, the gender regression coefficient is nothing but it is the difference between the average height of female, average here the weight of the female, and average weight of the, this is weight of the male. That difference here is minus 20. So let us see the original data. If you'll see this data, the average height of the female is 63, the average height of the male is 67.3. The difference between these two data is my regression coefficient. You will see the regression coefficient. Regression coefficient is nothing but this is 4.167 is nothing but it is the difference between the average height of the one category minus the average height of the second category. Like this, if there are more dummy variable, so the difference between their averages on the basis of the different code will leads to your regression coefficient. So this is the way regression coefficient you can now understood how to deal with one data or when the categorical data is the independent, and we saw the another example when it is weight is the dependent variable, and the male and female is the categorical. Then we do the dummy regression by taking one height as the dependent and one weight and gender. So weight is the independent variable and gender is independent variable. By doing the regression equation, I am trying to predict the height. So in that case we found, so the weight is having there. So this is the way, by taking a multiple independent variable when there will be a combination of continuous and your categorical data, how to predict your data. Thank you.